it just blows my mind that like I subconsciously created my present reality. What? What? Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ayla and I make spiritual, lifestyle, and fashion content, and I also vlog quite a bit. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely go hit the subscribe button and like this video. Today, as the title reads, I am going to be talking about manifestation and law of attraction. I'm not going to go into too much detail of what it is or how to do it. If you guys want a video like that, definitely let me know down in the comments, and I'll be happy to put up a video of like tips and tricks, or basically like how I'm learning to manifest consciously, because this video is more of a realization than a how-to. But I just wanted to document this and also share with you guys to really show like how powerful our universe is and how powerful our minds are, because I basically subconsciously have manifested where I am in my present life. And I had this realization about 3 nights ago. I was actually going through some old videos, and I was going through like an old journal of mine, and that's when it kind of like clicked in my head, like the things that I was talking about I actually have like right now. So without further ado, let me get started. So first things first, I want to talk a little bit about what manifestation is, so that way those of you who don't know anything aren't completely confused. So manifestation and or the law of attraction is basically thinking thoughts with the purpose of making them become your reality. And basically the act of raising your vibration to whatever timeline or reality you want to live in. So yeah, basically you can create anything you want just by thinking and believing, and obviously putting the action toward that goal or dream or desire or whatever. So there's many different ways on how to manifest, and like I said, if you guys want a video of that, let me know. I can definitely give you guys tips and tricks and even stuff that I've done that I haven't seen other people do, and it's worked, obviously. So I want to start this off back in like 2019, because that is really when all of this manifesting started. And I'm saying it in quotations because I honestly did not realize what I was doing at the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I knew what manifestation was. I think I had just started learning about it through Cami Pettin. She's a YouTuber on here, and she's also been like coming out with music as of the past like I think year or so. So yeah, she's great. I love her so very much. But yeah, she's the one who kind of introduced me into manifestation, and I remember slightly doing it with like certain things, but I was never really consistent with it, and so I just like, you know, just kind of slipped in the back burner. But clearly I was manifesting in ways that I didn't even know. So like I said, I just looked back at one of my journals, and I had written something that shook me to my core. I had basically written that at the time I think I was really frustrated with where my life was going and with like my relationship and a lot of different things. I literally asked myself like, what if I never ran away from home? What if I never like got into this relationship with this person? And like basically a bunch of what ifs, insinuating like this other life that I could have had, right? So within that journal entry, when I asked myself that, I answered the question, and I put, well, I would be working for my dad, and I'd be making YouTube videos consistently. Oh yeah, and I had also put like, oh, I'm very confident in my fashion style, and I take time to get myself ready to look nice, and I take really good pictures on Instagram, and like all of this stuff that I'm actually like starting to do now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? Like, what? So then once I made that realization, I started thinking like, okay, what was I doing that whole time up until recently to make this become a reality? And I figured it out. Literally in the back of my mind, subconsciously, all the time, that's what I would be thinking about. I would visualize myself being here, living at home, working for my dad, making YouTube videos, being more confident in myself. And I feel like back then, of course, I wanted these big dreams that I still have a lot of those dreams and goals, but I feel like I never thought that they were truly obtainable because I wasn't where I wanted to be. And I've just been kind of realizing recently that I've been going down that same cycle of like kind of being upset that everything isn't how I want it to be, until I made this realization of like, wait a second, like I literally have created this new reality for myself. And just now as I'm talking about this, I just had another realization that I could have created a completely different reality, because I don't know if I've mentioned it before in any of my other videos. I think I did in my A Week in My Life video, like getting my shit together. I mentioned that I have a van and that I used to live in a van with my ex. And yeah, that was like basically our plan, was like we were gonna do the van life and I was gonna like vlog it and be like one of those van life YouTubers. But what I realized is that anything that I created for myself, I never stuck with because it wasn't how I perceived other people doing it, if that makes sense. Like I was talking about in my letting go of ideals video, like I had certain ideas of how perfect things should be, but they weren't that way. So I thought, oh God, forget it, you know, like let me just not do this. So it just was really interesting to me, like looking back on what I could have created and then now looking at like what I am creating and actually making that connection and that realization, like, oh, things that I was daydreaming about and talking about and journaling about, they're literally in my life right now. And if that isn't proof enough that our mind power is literally so fucking powerful, I don't know what is proof, like at this point. It's almost like a game, you know, like you kind of have to play this game and you kind of have to go by these certain rules, but you can do these certain tools to kind of like shift your reality faster, if that makes sense. And another reason why I wanted to kind of sit down and like talk to you guys about all of this is because I have realized that there's a lot of things that I have manifested or could have manifested, but it just kind of didn't happen, or like it didn't happen as fast because I literally blocked my own like fruition. Like I blocked my own manifestations just because I did not truly believe in myself. And the biggest thing, I didn't stay consistent on taking the actions towards what I wanted. And for a perfect example, YouTube. I started a YouTube channel, I think back in like 2018. My very, very first video, you'll see it. It's a stone to get ready with me. Yeah, that's my first video on here. And I actually had more videos that I ended up taking down because they're just like, they're cringy and they have my ex in them. And I don't feel comfortable having them on my channel right now. But I did not stay consistent. And then like I started doing like this whole weed tube thing and like I wanted to be a weed tuber, and I actually had like a pretty decent following on Instagram, like for like a weed page. And then like that just fell off too because I never embraced the reality of getting to where I want to be. You know, I never embraced that journey. Instead, I just wanted it immediately. You know, it's like that immediate gratification. Like I wanted it done there, bam, but like I didn't want to actually like be consistent and like take the time to put in the work towards what I wanted. And so that really resulted in me like not getting a lot of the things that I truly wanted for myself, and or missing a lot of opportunities. And also the fact that I was not very clear on exactly what I wanted. Like I would be clear, but then I would switch it up and switch it up and switch it up. Like that's just confusing the universe, and that's confusing my own energy as well. So it's like I literally did not know what I wanted, and so the universe was like trying to help me, but also at the same time it couldn't really help me very much because I wasn't being true and I wasn't being consistent and I wasn't being fully clear about what I wanted and sticking to that, right? Consistent. So I guess I am kind of giving you guys advice in this video as to like what not to do when you're manifesting, but it's also just like a big whoa to me because like I mentioned earlier, I was kind of going down this road of once again not feeling like my reality is where I want to be to get to what I want, but It literally is. Like, I have everything I need to stay consistent and to work hard to get to my goals. I don't need anything else. Like, everything's aligned for me right now. So I really don't know why subconsciously I was feeling like things still needed to be changed or switched, or things needed to get better or whatever. I just think it genuinely was this like false sense of reality. I just genuinely think that it was me being so like caught up in other people's lives and like what they're doing and how they're doing things, that I didn't like stop to take a minute and be like, okay, that's them. Like, everybody's different and everybody's living their own unique lives and having their own unique human experience, and that means that I get to too in my own unique way. Like, nobody is perfect. So I think that when I came to this realization that I need to just let go of any perfect idea of what my life should be or how I get to my dreams and goals, because like that's also another thing, like how you get there, that's not determined by you. It genuinely isn't. Like, yeah, obviously making decisions and taking certain opportunities, but at the same time, like the little small details of how you get from point A to point B, that's not up to you. That's up to the universe. That's up to God. That's up to whatever you believe in. But yeah, so the biggest reason why I wanted to just share this with you guys is because this is something that I'm realizing now. It's been since 2019 that I really started my spiritual journey, but it's really been since this year that I've really started consciously understanding what I'm going through and realizing my cycles and kind of connecting the dots and like putting the puzzle pieces together of my experiences. And to wrap this up, I'm just gonna say that whatever religion you are, whatever you believe in, that's fine. You know, you can still believe in whatever you believe in and also work with the universe. Like, you can work with our galaxy, with our planetary ecosystem that has nothing to do with what you believe in. I'm just saying, look at people's stories. This is one of my stories, and I'll be back sooner than later with another updated story of how I manifested my goals and dreams. So, you know, like, it's just gonna happen. And I truly feel that now because I am so aligned with those goals and dreams that I have, more so than I've ever been in my whole life. And I think that's also why I'm coming to these realizations and I'm allowing my mind to fully let go of this false reality that I've been living in and allow myself to see the opportunities that are right in front of me. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my letting go of ideals video as well, that like I was literally like blocking the opportunities that were right in front of me, like in my present moment, because I was so focused on, you know, getting to the finish line. But the beauty of life is embracing the journey. You know, yeah, of course we all want to get to where we want to get, but if we don't embrace that journey, if we don't live our lives, and if we don't live it consciously, then we're not allowing ourselves to fully learn and develop and grow as human beings. So I'm gonna end this with, don't get caught up in your future. Live in your present, be in the moment, appreciate every single second that you are living, because the present is the only reality that we live in. And it's the only reality that we can change and move and shift into, because it is the present. And it's a present, it's a gift. You know, your past doesn't exist, your future does not exist. Only the now exists. And with the art of manifestation, we can co-create our reality with the universe by raising our vibration, by taking action, and by being in the present moment. So I really hope this video inspired someone, or maybe just gave someone insight, or maybe I opened your mind to the world of manifestation. And if I did, let me know down below. I would love to elaborate more on manifestation because I'm very, very, very big on it. It is one of the most important things in my life because it actually freaking works. It worked so much to the point that I was doing it subconsciously. Like, that's, Anyway, I don't want this video to go too long, but it just blows my mind that like I subconsciously created my present reality. What? And it seems so like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, you do things to create what you have now. But it's like, at the same time, I genuinely was battling so much in my head that I did not understand what I was even doing, because I was so caught up in what I wanted for the future, you know? But I will end this here, and if you guys want to know more about manifestation or any other stories or topics that are similar, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, obviously give it a thumbs up, give it a little like, and if you're not subscribed to me, definitely subscribe, and I will see you on my next video.